Welcome to That Range Life, a show sometimes about golf. We'll probably talk about golf today. We probably won't. There's Kris. He's on the road, coming to you remotely from Louisville, Kentucky. So
right there behind me is the Ohio River. I think that's Indiana, actually, right there.
Not Ohio, not Cincinnati, which is the one they always say is right over the bridge, but the other direction.
Yeah. They call this, I didn't know it, they call it like Kentucky, Indiana, or Kentucky.
Yeah,
what Kentucky, Indiana or something? They have some sort of hybrid name.
I think it's Kentuckyana.
Kentuckyana. Yeah, Kentuckyana.
I feel like I remember when we did the whole Bourbon Trail trip. They're like, Kentuckyana. I was like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's a thing.
Cool.
But yeah, that's Indiana right there. I'm in Kentucky. Crazy.
Hey, shout out Southern Indiana, one of the most beautiful places on this green earth. Go follow Kris if you will, guys. At Kris McEwen, sure. And I'm Bill Bush, rangeheroes.com, at rangeheroes. That'd be great. Don't forget to go down below, hit subscribe, please. It's really helpful to what we do here. Maybe leave a comment of support and solidarity with the channel and us two guys. We'd appreciate that. I think I said hit the bell. If I didn't, hit the bell so you get notified too.
What about our podcast listeners?
You know what, podcast listeners? I'm glad you're here with us too. And what I would like you to do, if you don't mind, listening is a gift enough, but please go down to your favorite podcast provider where you obtain this show from. Rate it.
Yeah.
5 stars would be great.
Yeah.
And leave a review.
Yeah.
Like, I believe our own Blood left a review saying, I love these two idiots.
It's true. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's
and last but not least, tell a friend.
Tell a friend. Word of mouth. That's the best way to get support and build the army, as they say.
Oh, God. Okay.
I don't know. I was running out of steam. I felt pretty good about where things were going. I lost it. But it's a good point. Tell a friend.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
Before we even get started here, we got a whole set list. We got a lot of topics to cover.
Lots to cover.
A lot of them. And I'm hoping we don't. I think we can go through them pretty quick.
Yeah, I don't. It's funny. I'm not sure we'll get through all of them, but we'll give it a shot. Give it a go.
I think we'll be all right. One of them, I think we're gonna skip. It has a question mark by it, so we can skip it.
Yeah.
What do you think of this hoodie I'm wearing?
I'm into it, man.
I like it. Right? Let me ask you a question, Kris.
Yeah.
How would you like to have one of these hoodies?
I would love one of those hoodies.
And what if you didn't have to pay full price for it? Would that be incentive maybe to get one?
I'm listening.
Turns out that's something we can offer people. You like this hoodie? You want one for yourself? Or maybe a different style? Maybe you want something like a plain color. You don't want to make this vibrant of a statement. That's fine. You can go over to rhoback.com.
RHOBACK.
I'm going to tell you in a little bit to put it all up on the screen. You're going to put it on the screen here. Because you're
Producer
really good.
Bill, everybody.
Well, and you're a really good editor, and you're good behind the ones and twos. I've seen the work you can do. I know you'll get it up there, and it'll be great. And probably we're going to put it in the description below. A link.
Oh, for sure. 100%.
And what I'm going to tell you, we have a code for you to get a discount on anything off of rhoback.com for your first purchase.
It's true.
And it supports your boys when you do so. And I believe that discount code at your checkout for your first order with rhoback.com is that Range Life 15. Is that correct?
That's it. That Range Life 15. Yep.
So go to rhoback.com.
The whole cart. No exceptions. The full cart. That Range Life 15.
I'm going to tell you something right now. I love me a good Rhoback shirt. And you know me, if you listen to this show or watch this show, I am not a big, I'd say golf bro type. I'm not into a lot of the golf fads, but I love Rhoback so much. I legitimately do, Kris. You can vouch.
Yeah, you're ahead of the curve on this for sure.
Like, we're not wearing t-shirts on the golf course.
No.
I'm probably wearing a Rhoback polo. In fact, you know what? I recently did like 2 seconds of maintenance in my office, but I had 5, count them 5 in the package still, Rhoback shirts piled behind me here.
Big time Rhoback.com guy. Bill Bush.
Big time. I don't know if you've seen, they have a Mighty Ducks theme shirt, the Flying V. It's got classic Mighty Ducks colors, the teal, eggplant whites with little hockey players and ducks. So how do I not have that one? So go to rowback.com, put in That Range Life 15. You'll get a discount on your first order. And then, hey, post it when you get it. Tag Rowback, tag your boys. All right. At Kris McEwen, at Range.
Oh, that's a great call. That's a great call. Yeah. Tag us for sure.
Let them know. All right. Let them know. And here, while we're at it, leave a comment below. Tell us what you got, or tell us why you love the brand. I don't know. Something. Do the things. Do the things. Right. Rowback.com. That Range Life 15. Okay.
God, you're so good at that. Okay.
It's a gift. Word of mouth. Tell a friend again. All right. I just want to point this out real quick. There were historic storms in California recently. And if you are another reference to being a fan of this show long term, we're a big time barbecue show as well. We're big time Foo Fighters fans, and we're big time Dave Grohl fans. I don't know if you saw Dave Grohl wheeled out a smoker and thousands of dollars of food to feed homeless people during these storms, and was there trimming, the silver skin off of ribs and briskets.
He's doing the work, man. Yep.
And I'm like, okay, he's just kind of there funny. And like, no, man, he knew what he was doing. They said like, oh, he brought in a smoker. Well, no, he got like other friends to bring in their smokers too, but he has this big, competition grade trailer smoker.
Of course.
And he's on and off the heat, doing the darn thing. And you can see I did that for you there, even though I've heard that one's okay to say.
Yeah.
He was doing the thing, man, and knew what he was doing. And he had like a drawn up chart he was handing out to people on like how to cut things. I was like, man, just when you think Dave Grohl can't get any, and again, I'm not this kind of guy either. When you just think he can't get any better, he does. He always does.
It's really true.
I mean,
he's one of the good ones, that Dave Grohl. Truly. So
I just felt like it was worth pointing out on the show as just real quick, a nod to one of our guys.
Yep.
Do you want to skip the question mark topic?
Yeah, let's save it for the back end of the show if there's time.
Well, and I'm thinking maybe we don't at all. I've thought about this because of spoilers. And like maybe we save it for down the road after it's
That's fair, because I do have a lot of thoughts about it. Considering now that it's been out of the mix for a while, and there's some other shows that have come to the forefront, and it almost kind of makes it feel very sort of cartoonish and childish. And I wasn't really a big fan of the first episode of the new season at all.
There's a key point I read recently that made it make a little more sense to me, but now I'm like, I don't know. This is a little too much for me these days. I watch, as we talked about, skateboarding, camping, fishing videos on YouTube now. This is a little much. I can't tie this all together. All right, we'll skip that.
Yeah. All right, we'll come back to it some other time. Fair enough.
Another quick point. Collin Morikawa. We brought him up during our full swing thoughts tonight and half the time. And
his outfit to play building or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's continued to play good golf. I can't look at Collin Morikawa at all now, whether it's on social media, TV, whatever, and go, I wonder what conversation went into that outfit. Is that one he like handpicked? What thoughts did he have on it? How much time went into what he's wearing right now? Is it everything he wears every single time?
Well, someone pointed out that I can't remember who he was playing with, if it was Schauffele or someone else, but they were wearing the color scheme that Morikawa rejected. Like the olive and pink or whatever. Well, I can't remember what it was now, but they were wearing the exact color scheme, and they're like, this can't be a coincidence. There's no way that this is a coincidence, but it was the exact color scheme, which I thought was amazing.
That's super funny.
It was so good.
Talk about again, if you're a fan of the show and have been for a while, we have weird brains and we fixate on the dumbest things in the world. I can't get past it. This guy's gonna go win a career Grand Slam, and I'll be like, do you think the hat he wore today, had a 7-hour conversation. Like, I can't get past looking at
How many people were in the room when he said, yes, I'll wear that hat? Were there 10? Did they all write at the same time when he said yes?
Yeah, right.
What feedback did he provide on the shirt? What notes were given?
How many Post-its and moleskins went into that decision? So that's
really good.
That's why I wanted to bring up about Collin Morikawa.
No, I can't do it. I think you've just ruined Collin Morikawa for everybody. Me and all the listeners / viewers. Like, now, how do you look at Morikawa and not think about the thought process into his pants and shirt and hat?
But that's all right. Move away. You don't have to, maybe I've even ruined the Adidas brand for you, but here's what I'm going to tell you. That's all right. Because if you go to rowback.com, you can get yourself some joggers, some polos.
Yes.
Various.
A vest. Q-zips.
Perfect.
What do you want?
Perfect fits. Comfortable on the golf course while you're moving.
Yeah.
No conversations, Post-it notes, moleskins, consortiums.
That Range Life 15,
people.
ladies and gentlemen.
That Range Life 15 at rowback.com. Take the decision making and discussion right out of it. That's all you got to do. The hardest thing to be was like, which print do I love the best? I like their prints and solid colors.
I do too. Yeah.
But you want the stripes and all the to-dos. They have that too. Go check it out.
I was really impressed. They've got like the ones that like the Mighty Ducks, the dinosaur, the Chicago themed print, which is incredible.
Let's show a little respect to our new I was gonna say partners, but they're not partners. We're ambassadors. That's the 312.
The 312. You're right.
The Bigfoot and I want to say the Clever Girl. But the Clever Girl, I don't think so anywhere. There was a black one with the white skull dinosaurs, and I can't remember the third dinosaur once.
Clever Girl was a nod to Sue.
Yep, yeah. And now I'm ruining my own bit by now remembering the third one. Anyways,
really they got lots of stuff. That Range Life.
Good. And I didn't even intend on doing it during this segment, but
you know what? There's nothing better than a mid-roll read. Honestly, there's a lot of value there.
Hey, while we're at it, let's do another one. Okay.
Oh my
that
God.
Range Life is also our official ball. Bridgestone Golf.
Yeah, those are mine right there, right? Is that mine?
The new E12 Contact this year. Okay. Then we have, check these out. I'm going to save those ones. The most purchased in continued ball in Bridgestone's history. The longest running.
My original ball E6 right there.
For those more mortal swings. So this is the new one this year. You want to check those out. But check this guy out, Kris. The new Bridgestone E9 for the long drive players.
Oh, that's
330 dimple covers, seamless, extreme gradational core. So I don't know if we have the game for it, but we're sure as hell going to see what happens and give them a shot. So Bridgestone Golf, check them out. Official ball of that Range Life.
God, this show is just something
real,
special.
We're a real show.
We're for real, everybody.
All we need is a bad affiliate link and an Amazon link that we get like some percentage on now. God, that's not appropriate. Okay. Anyway, I'm done. You take over.
All right. So, you want to talk about real quick our pro check-ins? We got big news on the pro check-ins.
Oh, do we?
I feel like we've got like the magic touch. First, we decide that we're going to adopt Sahith Theegala as one of our own, and what happens? He shows up on Full Swing. I mean, come on, right?
Just saying.
And then, first I should say Mark kicks the whole thing off by betting money on Willie Z, and he wins a damn tournament.
Yeah,
we adopt Sahith. He becomes super famous, and then we adopt our guy Akshay. Ladies and gentlemen, has earned through hard work and resilience, skipping college, going straight to Korn Ferry. He has earned his PGA Tour card.
Third youngest in history to win a Korn Ferry event as well. And I forgot, it was Jason Day, and who was the other one? Some other big name. It was really good companies, like 19 and,
Probably like, Scheffler or something.
Now that you say it, I feel like it could have been Xander. Leave a comment below if you know.
Yeah.
I just forgot. Because I saw this fact because I'm like, I still don't really understand. he was solo second at Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Shout out Wesley Bryan too for finished sixth. First top
also
six
qualified
in 6 years or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
He'll be playing Valspar, right?
Yep.
All those guys are playing Valspar. Yeah.
I don't really understand though why Akshay automatically got it's a special.
It's a temporary card. Yeah, it's temporary status for sure.
Is it for the rest of the year? Or is it for next year?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I did.
No, it's definitely not next year.
Okay, and so
it's definitely not next year.
Is there? If you don't know, so again, someone please tell us below. Is it just he finished high enough that like that'll give him? He finished top 10 in a PGA tournament, so now he gets so many starts or whatever.
I think that is the case.
Okay.
Yeah, so many like it's not just the Puerto Rican Open, or Puerto Rico Open. I think it's his overall season thus far. I think that has earned him that.
Oh, like enough points or whatever.
I think so. I don't think it's just a one time. I don't know. Where's Ryan Q? Where's Ryan Q when you need him? He'll know. He would know.
I mean, that's a loaded statement you just made at this time.
That's fair.
Shout out Ryan Q.
I do know where he is, and he's got more important things to worry about.
Yeah, he's our guy, and hey, man, we look forward to being part of your journey and watching what happens.
Yeah.
Look, who cares? Actually, he's got a card.
He's a PGA Tour pro.
That's all we're going to get to see him again soon.
Yeah.
And I also want to point out, shout out him acknowledging his girlfriend and her contribution.
It's true, man.
I love the story. It's so good. And
he's like here's the thing I really like about us and our adoptions.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we have a sense of who is like a good human being, not just a good golfer, but like a good person. And
if we find out otherwise later, we will turn on him so fast.
Oh, so fast. Yeah, not even funny.
We won't hold back. Funny. Like we'll be like, no, we're out. And yes, and we'll tell these guys straight to their face, like, hey, you can go as fast as you came in. And you know what? Every single one of them is gonna say, okay, don't care.
Right.
Why are you? How did you even get here to talk to me? And that's a fair question.
Why are you in my house?
So last one I want to point out, God, I loved, and how much do I care about any of this stuff? I loved on both tournaments the various storylines of professional golf this past weekend.
Much fun. Yeah, so much fun. The PGA Tour is still just, in general, just on such a heater this year. It's incredible.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think they're shooting themselves. I kind of agree. They're doing a lot of shooting themselves in the foot, but they're going to do that. It's golf.
There's all kinds of things. The broadcast this past week was just one of the all-time worst things that I think we've ever seen. It's so awful.
By the way, I like the short that was up this week about the reminder, because I just forgot about the portion of our conversation where Paul Azinger, specifically like, you don't want to do that right now. Like, oh, thank you. But I don't know about you. We've talked about a lot in the past how much over the years we've loved, like, couldn't sleep. So I was up at like 4 a.m, but thank God the European Tour was on and you flipped it on. And I remember, we're talking like 10 years ago, flipping it on at 3 a.m. I'm up with my, newborn daughter, and I'm like, oh, I'll just watch the Golf Channel or whatever. And they're playing in Singapore or something. Mm-hmm. And it's, some series of Danish players, Spanish players, Italian players, all these names you don't recognize because it's European Tour or whatever.
Right.
Chances are it wasn't the big names. But then there's this American flag, Kurt Kitayama.
Yeah.
And then you see him on top of that, and he's Asian at the Singapore Open. And you're like, my brain's in a pretzel. So you start Googling this guy, and it's like, no, he just didn't make it PGA. It was a solid
what
golfer.
A story that dude is, yeah. So played in every tour imaginable.
What was it, 14 different tours?
Yeah.
And the guy gets, at 34 years old, gets his first PGA Tour win, which I'm not sure how, if he has status or, how he got into the tournament, but I can't imagine, it's an invitational. I can't imagine Kurt Kitayama. I'm a golf nerd who watched the European Tour a lot, so I knew who he was well, And every round, as he was up there, I'm like, no way, Kurt Kitayama. I hope this guy pulls it out. I love this guy.
Yeah.
And he finally breaks through at the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Do you see the graphic today too? Arnold Palmer all-time on-course winnings, $3.6 million. Kurt Kitayama wins this weekend, $3.6 million.
Right. Incredible. Isn't that incredible? I know, that was there was a little bit of debate. I think Rory McIlroy actually brought it up around. So it wasn't like, so there's this, I guess I'll ask you the question. Which do you prefer when you're watching a tournament? Mm-hmm. Is it, does it matter to you if guys are birdieing holes to take the lead, or if the lead is falling back?
I want you to get back off Twitter. I do not like Chris McEwen Twitter. As we say, I flip over to the golf Twitter account to take care of business, which shout out Elon today and his great Twitter management. Somehow, though, with the way I post stuff, I didn't get affected. My links and pictures. I'm like, all right, cool.
My stuff wasn't bothered either by it, to be fair.
And of course, the one thing right at the top of the timeline I see is you. Was it what I say? Is like reinterpreting what Rory said. I'm like, oh God. I got it.
No, but so Rory said, I don't know if the fans really like when a bunch of guys are bogeying holes, at the end of a tournament. And I think it was Rappaport.
It was our boy.
Yeah, it was Rappaport. He's just the worst, for the record. Anyways.
Who's worse, him or Azinger?
Oh God, don't make me choose.
All right,
is death an option? Actually, I will choose Azinger.
Okay.
I will choose Azinger over him. Azinger is mostly harmless. He's just bad at his job.
He doesn't want to be in that bunker right now.
That's right. Anyways, McIlroy said this thing about guys were bogeying and stuff. And I said, what I think he's trying to say is it's more exciting to watch guys actively take a lead, like birdie a hole to take a lead, rather than the field come back to them. And they kind of back into a win. Not saying that Kurt Kitayama backed in.
Right. No,
he won that tournament straight up.
I think what you were saying,
he hit a ball, two balls OB, a 3-putt, but he persevered and won that tournament. But I'm just saying, that's what I think Rory was trying to say, and I kind of agree. But at the end of the day, I also don't really care.
Your statement was crystal clear. I wasn't confused by what you meant or even the tone. It was more the Kris. Why?
I'm just trying to participate in the dialogue. I'm just trying to participate. I'm trying to make us irrelevant, okay?
Fine.
We're trying to sell shirts, for Christ's sake, Bill.
Tell Dan Rappaport to use that range light 15. Help out the boys.
That's right.
All right.
But that was the point. And so, do you have a preference? I think drama is drama. And watching, a lot of people pointed to the U.S. Open, the U.S. Open is survival of the fittest, and these guys are trying to hang on for dear life to their lead, and that is really fun to watch. Guys grinding out a par is fun to watch. Birdie fests. I think we've talked about this. 20 under is not fun. It's not entertaining. It's just at a certain point, it's okay, we get it. This course is ridiculous.
You asking me just now what my thought is, I didn't think I had one or cared, but I will tell you this. This conversation right now is making me realize it's not really unlike my own golf I play right now. The days of being I want to shoot par and I'm gonna have 17 birdies today are so far gone, and I know I don't practice enough to do it and have that feeling in my hands, all of it. What is a good day for me, golfing, is hanging out with some people and having fun, even if they're all strangers. Hey, I enjoyed the group I was with on the golf course. It was a pleasant time. I met someone new and whatever. And there were one to a handful of fun shots where I was man, if I practice, I could be pretty good at golf. It's still in there. That's fun for me. That's enough. And I feel like what I like to watch is not too dissimilar. Hey, everybody shot a zillion under, but there were these cool moments or this cool shot.
Okay.
Do you remember when the turtle was on the wood around the island green at Sawgrass and slipped off of it? That was cool. That was funny. Like,
right.
Or when you had the guys like all hanging by the ankles, reaching down to get someone's driver that they dropped in the water. Like,
right.
That's fun for me in the broadcast. And, if there happened to be some sort of like Phil Mickelson, Henrik Stenson Open Championship shootout alongside of it.
Oh my God, that thing was
also awesome.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And so, yeah, I think.
So you just want to be entertained. That's really,
maybe
really what it comes down to.
Well, in golf, every friggin' week is going to be boring to some degree. So it's like, yes, this week's a shootout. Everybody shot a zillion or zillion under. It wasn't that exciting from that point, but like, man, did you see that drive or did you see that wedge or God knows? Well, like that was cool. Or I think Wesley Bryant finished -6. Where's he been for 6 years?
Yeah, well, yeah. That I feel like has there been a boring week of golf yet?
Okay, I was just I'll get back to you, but I won't go back and look. Not that I
think
recall
maybe maybe the Century was kind of a nothing, but like once we got to the mainland, don't count the AT&T, whatever that is, the Pebble Beach thing. Like
that's
doesn't matter. Yeah, that doesn't matter. But otherwise, I feel like we've had some really, really fun. Whether it was Cole and Kirk going head to head, or Kitayama getting his first win, or Scheffler defending his Phoenix Open title. Like we've got some good. We've had some good stuff.
Akshay shirtless and hatless with the flow twice in one round.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. All right. Anyways.
Anyways.
Are you ready for our 5 fifth major questions? No. It's Players Championship week. Like, are you ready to do this?
I get unreasonably stressed out for this. Like it matters every single time. So sure, let's just do it.
All right. I have to be fair. I wrote these questions when I had COVID so very long ago when I was quarantining. I was like, you know what? I'm going to do some work on this show. I'm going to prep for the show. And I'm going to put down some questions for the Players Championship.
Do they have a tinge of crabbiness that came with COVID, Kris?
It's possible.
Okay, good.
Possible. Maybe a bit of stir craziness in my brain.
Yeah.
Who knows?
God, read our text message earlier for some off-camera stuff. We are a couple of psychopaths.
Oh, we really are. We really found each other.
I was saying, a dysfunctional match made in heaven.
Right. All right. 5 fifth major questions with Bill Bush, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Question number 1, Bill, is the first question. True or false? 4 courses have hosted the Players Championship. True or false? 4 courses have hosted the Players Championship.
It's false.
You're right.
Because they built like that was they set out to build it for this event. Like we want to make this.
TPC Sawgrass was the 5th course. First course was the Atlanta Country Club. They played it once in 1974. It was the first time they played it. 75 was at Colonial Country Club.
Did you say Atlanta Country Club?
Atlanta Country Club, 1974.
Before you continue, one of the PR groups we deal with represents them, and I just didn't know this until I saw the logo on their site. And then, I kid you not, at one of the Goodwill golf trips, I saw a shirt with the logo on. I'm like, I've seen that before, and I went and looked on their website who it was. I'm like, oh, it's Atlanta Country Club. Shout out, Jane Park won the U.S. Women's Am there.
Nice. Yeah, that was the very first Players Championship occurred at Atlanta Country Club. And then it was Colonial Country Club, and then it was Inverrary Country Club, East Course. And then we got in 1977, they went to Sawgrass Country Club. And we'll get to the story, the background of TPC Sawgrass, but it's called Stadium Course for a reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was, like you said, it was specifically built to have fans there with those stadium type seats
right?
Built on the hill so that they could see everything. Like that course was specifically built for the PGA Tour, and for fans to be able to get their line of sight to the players, which is pretty cool. So that was the first TPC Sawgrass event, was 1982.
1982. Okay.
Yeah.
How good do you think the fishing is around 17 over to 18 there?
It's a good question. I would rather have us do video of us trying to catch a fish in that pond than shoot 17.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
bring Mark, bring Q, bring some like professionals.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm going to say this on record. We did the bit. Mark did the bit when he was out at what was it? Ferry. What was that place called?
Doesn't matter. They demonetized the living daylights out of that video.
Oh, that's right. That's right. He caught. So they were paying. They're being paid to catch those fish, right?
Right.
He bought a car with that money. That's how much money he made from fishing. Lee's Ferry. That's what it was. Anyways,
we got to move and quit our jobs.
Like, no doubt. All right. Question number 2 is the second question of 5 fifth major questions with Bill Bush. Question number 2, 12 years, Bill, 12 years after his first win at TPC at Sawgrass and his first win since the 1994 Buick Open, this player shoots a final round 64 to beat Colin Montgomery and Tommy Tolles by 4 shots.
1994 Buick Open's going to be
that was his first win
in 12 years
since the 1994 Buick Open.
So we're talking 2006 players. Oh man,
wrong. That's not the year we're talking about. 12 years after his first win at TPC Sawgrass and his first win after the Buick Open in 1994.
I see what you do. Okay.
So this is the second Players Championship that he's won.
Ernie Els.
It's close. Fred Couples, 1996. Fred Couples.
I'm not going to lie to you. Couples popped into my head. And I'm like, doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel right.
All right. Question number 3 is the third question. No player has ever won the title back-to-back. And only this many champions have won more than once.
Oh, man.
How many have won the Players' Championship more than once?
It's not many.
It is not many.
I want to say 5, but it doesn't feel right.
Ooh, you're close. 6.
6 was the one that felt right, but 5 was the one I talked myself into.
You're close. So the aforementioned Fred Couples won in 84 and 96. Steve Elkington, 91 and 97.
Let me see. So then you have Tiger.
Right, of course. 2001, 2013.
Rory?
Nope.
I thought Rory did.
Nope, just once for Rory.
Oh man, I feel like it's somebody old.
It is somebody old. Both remaining players are old. One of them was, I believe, a Ryder Cup captain or a President's Cup captain, or both.
No. Don't say it's Paul Azinger.
It is not. That is not the clue I would give if it was Paul Azinger.
Oh, I give up.
Hal Sutton.
Oh, I should have known that
83 and 2000. Think about that. 1983 and 2000.
I mean, that's like, albeit smaller caliber. That's like Jack Nicklaus 86 Masters. Win.
It's no doubt, for real. And then Davis Love III won in 92 and 2003.
Hey, what tournament was it that Davis Love III won when he was like 53 years old? Do you remember?
Oh God, I do remember that.
When you remember like it won.
Yeah, somebody comment below and tell us. Somebody knows that like this, I'm sure.
When you're laying awake in your hotel
God,
tonight.
What was that? That was only a couple of years ago, right?
I feel like it's one of those things you say as a couple years ago, and then someone will be like, "Oh, it was like 9 years ago." I'm like, "Oh."
I want to say the past 5 years. Within the past 5 years, Davis Love III won a tournament that was like, how did that happen? Okay. The Players Championship. Side note: the only champion to have won the Players Championship 3 times was
Tiger.
Jack Nicklaus.
Huh.
But that was before they got to TPC Sawgrass. So he won in 74, 76, and 78.
I see what you did there and where I got caught in the trick.
All right. Question number 4 of 5 fifth major questions. True or false, William?
Yep.
The island 17th hole was Alice Dye's idea.
That's
true or false?
That's true.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is. I threw you a bone in there. It was actually supposed to be a peninsula. But they kept, so the story is it was supposed to be a peninsula, but they kept taking sand from that area to fill out the rest of the land. And eventually it became just like an island. And Alice Dye was like, just leave it there.
I think it's pretty well documented. Like they have a lot of pictures of it like shrinking.
Yeah.
And it's weird seeing it like that.
Yeah, it's wild. Yeah.
Did you see, you're not going to believe this, but I got sucked into watching Foreplay doing a scramble against Billy Horschel at Sawgrass.
Okay.
And I didn't know Billy Horschel like plays out of and practices out of Sawgrass. And
I didn't know that either.
17, and I never knew this from people posting on there or whatever. They have outside of the tournament like a whole like wooden railed dock structure around one of the sides, so for like you don't walk on the little like grass path.
Oh yeah,
and you walk on this thing, and it's more secure and safer.
Interesting.
It's like if I showed up and saw that there, while it makes 110% sense to do that, I'd be like, "This is not my Sawgrass Stadium course."
Right. It's totally
By the way,
true.
It was 2015. The Wyndham Championship.
There you go.
Last win, and then
so
before
it wasn't
that,
the past 5 years. It was you were closer. It was 9 years.
Before that, in 2008, the Children's Miracle Network Classic.
Oh my God, where was that?
That was by the way, he beat Tommy Gainey in that one. I don't know. It doesn't say where it was at. Then before that, it was 2006, the Greenbrier Classic. Actually, the Chrysler Classic of Greensboro. My mistake. I can read.
Boy, Davis Love III, man. Okay.
Anyway, there you go. So
the Wyndham. Look at that.
The Wyndham.
8 years ago, huh?
Yeah.
Impressive.
Look at us getting after the facts on today's show.
Big time PGA Tour show, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. I was going to say something about. Okay. All right. Bill. All right. This one is there's no right or wrong answer. This is a prediction by you. The average number of golf balls that went into the water on 17 over the 4 rounds.
Yep.
So past 4 years average was 58.5. Okay. So I'm going to give you an over-under of 55 golf balls in the water on 17 over the 4 rounds. Over-under 55 golf balls.
I'm going to say under.
All right. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Go and bet your house. Go bet the mortgage on under 55. Bill Bush said so.
Look, we saved you some money on Rowback.com today to make up for this loss, okay? So I don't feel too bad.
Do you know one more? I've got a little bonus fact. The Sawgrass Splash. Have you heard of this? The signature drink of the players?
I've heard of it. I can't tell you remember what it is.
It is made with fresh lemonade, fresh orange juice, fresh lime juice, simple syrup, and vodka.
That sounds delightful.
It sounds like a lot of sugar, but also delicious. Yeah.
Oh, it's a transfusion. There's a lot of sugar, and it's delightful. And
I mean, this is 1 2, 3 juices with some sugar and vodka, which is basically sugar.
Perfect. Perfect. I don't know why, as you were describing, it reminded me a little bit of the Fescue Rescue up at Erin Hills, and all the judgments you want of Erin Hills, but I gotta tell you what, that cocktail, it's like ginger beer. I want to say like ginger beer, lemonade,
Fescue,
and Fescue.
Obviously,
right.
Right.
And it's driving me nuts. I can't think of what alcohol it is. I think I even have a post on it.
It's got to be vodka.
It's
right?
No, it might be bourbon. But
really, with ginger beer? I guess I
bourbon and ginger is pretty common. But I'm not getting this right. But God, I will tell you, it is so good. Like worth the price of admission. Worth all $7,000 it cost to play there.
Worth the 7-hour round.
Yeah.
Worth the $500 tee time.
Right.
Just so you can pay $12 for that drink.
Exactly.
It checks out for sure.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. That is 5 fifth major questions with Bill Bush.
Man. I did all right. Hey, what was your favorite PPC players win?
Ricky.
As I say, it's Ricky, right?
It's Rick. It's Rick.
Everything.
As much as I like Rory, Tiger, I feel like Rick needed that win. Rick needed that win, and he got it, and I was happy for him.
Worst player, most underrated player, whatever they were saying at the time, and the shootout he had going against Sergio and just shooting darts on 17.
That 17, that shot on Sunday on 17 was just
I mean, I could still picture and talk about just
he's got the striped shirt on, like the
blue,
horizontal stripes.
Blue, magenta, white striped shirt with the magenta Puma 100%. Hat and the matching shoes. It's like it couldn't have been a better weird but accessible outfit for young golfers.
Right.
Just burned in your brain, sort of like Rory McIlroy's white and pink shoes he won at whatever Open it was, 2013 or something. I don't know.
Yep.
Actually, I think it was earlier than that. But yeah,
it was earlier than that. But yes,
sticks in your head.
Yeah. Yep.
Awesome.
God, and that shot into 17, man, that was just a dagger.
Yeah,
that's
so
it.
Good.
He's got it. Yeah,
man,
really fun to watch.
All right. Anything else we got to cover here on episode 157? No,
I think that's a pretty good. It's a pretty good episode by us. I will say so.
Yeah, it's like a pro grade show here. We belong with the big boys. Watch out! Watch out! Foreplay, fire pit. Anybody else?
That's not. We don't use that word. That's like a cuss word.
You're probably gonna get demonetized for that. New policies.
Yeah. Right.
All right. What do we got going over on? You keep posting things on the YouTube channel that I don't know about, and then I scramble to get them posted on drivingheroes.com. So
I really dropped the ball on the unboxings. That's on me.
Yeah.
I got distracted. I forgot I had. I mean, I think I'm 3 behind at this point.
Well, here I got some good news for you. The internet never sleeps, so it's okay. I'll just catch back up. It's fine. And I'm just busting your chops. If you don't send them to me, that's fine. I'll just grab them after they go up and post them. It's no big deal.
It was like, I got to get one of these out. And so the one that went out was the Aerojet, the Cobra Aerojet unboxing, which is a fun one because it's hilarious.
Hey, you're going to go watch that. And you've probably seen, if you're a golf fan, you've seen people posting their unboxings as well of it. Love the driver. Review coming on drivingheroes.com. As of now, March 20th. And, Kris, you and I will, I'm sure, do something with it at some point.
Definitely.
But what do I do with that case now?
That's a good question.
I was like, do I donate this?
I don't know.
Do I donate this at drop it off at Goodwill? And I'm thinking if I was going to Goodwill and I saw that there, what is anyone going to do with it? And I would even say hey, one of our followers, I'm not paying to ship that gosh darn. Look at that.
Yeah, easy now.
I'm not paying to ship money. I love all of you people greatly for following us, and I appreciate it. I'm not sending a giant repurposed gun case.
Will a 88 key keyboard fit in that, you think?
I guess if you We like box cuttered out some of the
foam. We
can
cut out the foam. Yeah.
Let's make a video trying to do it anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to Arizona. I would love to bring my piano. It's an 88 key piano. Yeah, I would love to take that with me in that hard case. That'd be fun. Someone actually asked on that unboxing if that's how they were shipped to the consumer.
I mean, I hope so.
So we have to make it clear next time you get one of those things that like, this is for, the media folks.
How do I know?
Only.
How do I know?
That's fair. I don't
know. Maybe not.
Right.
Jake Owen, the country superstar, gave away 5 of them. I assume they all came in the gun case. I assume.
Anyways, you can go watch that on our channel.
Okay. And hey, speaking of DriveRangeHeroes.com and posting stuff on it, go over there and watch the sub 70 $699. Read the sub 70 $699 V2 irons review. It's the second one up. They're rocket launchers, and I'm kind of excited about this. Misery Loves Company, our Driver Range Heroes own young Thomas O'Connell, has encountered the wedge yips, folks. He has the wedge yips, and he's like, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, well, I just so happen to know a guy who fixed me. And it's funny because as I'm talking with Tommy, he won't tell me I'm fixed. It's like he won't give me that satisfaction of being like, really? I know you're good to go. And he's like, like, I know you're doing a little better. And I was like, no. I want to be clear with you. I'm pretty confident saying I'm resolved to the point. I was
going to say, I think you're totally healed.
To the point, I would almost say the wedge is a tuned piece of ammunition for me.
It's a proper scoring club.
Like I mean, I'm not telling you I'm killing anybody with the wedge anytime soon, but I can hit some good shots with the wedge. So I feel pretty good about where my which I have a posted over here that I do need to, after this conversation with him, I'm like, probably should pop up a wedge yips, Bill Bush wedge yips check-in update of some sort. But so I said, hey, go hit up Andy Gorman. Get in touch with him. And so he's working with Andy Gorman again, our guy.
Is he really?
Yep.
Nice.
And we'll see where it goes. So he's got an intro to it, kind of walking through the problem and, what his world's like. So go read that blog.
All right.
Real quick. Speaking of media unboxings and you being backed up, I have good news for you. And bad news.
I'm not backed up. Like my production is backed up.
Well played. Coming soon, content around the new Tour Edge 723 Woods.
Yeah, yes.
We did a podcast, a special Gear Talk podcast about those some time ago. I implore you to go listen to it. But the effort to make the unboxing, because they sent me
a lot of stuff.
Both drivers,
3
different fairway woods, 2 hybrids. It's a lot to talk about in one unboxing, and especially when you've talked about it before. So it's like it came out. Everything was so bad, like to the point where I started like migrating. I'm like, I didn't even finish it, so I don't have a good video for that. And I don't. All
right, well, let's do some bay work on that one. Let's do some stuff.
No,
stuff.
I figured that's the other thing. Like, we're gonna do something. We'll do more with this anyway. It doesn't.
Oh
matter.
Yeah.
So. We'll talk. We'll just go, look at all this stuff, and that'll be just as good as an unboxing. So
that's like we got just in that we've got 4 videos probably.
Yeah, we got a lot of work to do.
Yeah,
and I can't wait for our pre-work 9-hole rounds this year. I have so many.
Oh my god, it's gonna be so great.
So many old sets of clubs that I just can't wait to and like I just imagine it's gonna be you waiting for me at the tee box with the GoPro. What do you got today? Like, well,
right. Yeah, give me the rundown.
Yeah,
give me the rundown of what's in the bag every round.
Watch me show up with one of these like old. I don't know.
Don't you do it?
I don't know a substitute word. Junky Goodwill sets and be like, it's recorded here on film. I shot a 31 on 9 holes today.
Yeah, right.
Yes, I know my new gamers, and someone like, those are illegal. Those don't have conforming grooves anymore. I'm like, okay, thanks. Got it. All right, let's get a show. That's Kris McEwen at Kris McEwen. Right. Go follow him on all the social media platforms. Please, I'm Bill Bush at DriveRangeHeroes.com. You can follow me at Range Heroes on those same platforms. I'd greatly appreciate it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.